Hey y'all, we are back again. Hopefully, it says that my camera says it needs more lighting. So I hope I can fix that in editing, and hopefully I'm not too whitewashed. I hope so, because we're just about to sure. The next video I have coming up is somebody asked me this question, and I went through all my one and done eyeshadow sticks to see which ones I like. So I'm gonna give you a 2, 4, 6, 8 top 10 eyeliner stick review, and then I'm going to have 3 honorary shadows that come at the end. They're not shadow sticks. I'm gonna also try to use my arm. I'm gonna try to use this part here to swatch them. I do have a makeup wipe here. I have makeup wipes sitting here so I can clean my arm after. Okay, so just to give you an idea of what's what, I have oily lids. That's it, period. There's no and if buts about it. My lids are oily, and any shadows will slip and slide. If I use the wrong setting spray, it'll crease, whatever it is. I have to be very aware of the products that I'm using. But there are some products that I can use and not have to worry about, I don't have to worry about setting the shadow stick, and I don't have to worry about what happens after 8 or 10 hours or whatever. So with that being said, my number 1 shadow stick is the Fenty Beauty. The Fenty Beauty is my number 1 shadow stick. I do have it in 2 shades. This shade here is in Big Truffle. Now the thing about it is, and I want to be clear, when I do one and done shadow sticks, it's shadow sticks, not the like pods or creams or anything like that, but especially, well, sometimes with those, but especially with the shadow sticks, I prefer to keep it to a shadow that is brown, dark brown. Yeah, I prefer to stay in the brown range, brown darker taupe range, to be honest. So here is my arm, and let's start on this. Let's start here. So that's what there. That's what this shadow stick looks like. And it's quick drying. I think that's why a lot of people didn't like the Fenty Beauty shadow stick. It is quick drying. It is it's not as malleable, so you have to work quickly, but you don't have to set it with powder for the most part, and setting sprays don't really affect it because it does a really good job of setting very quickly. If you just notice, I closed it, and then I thought it was closed. I had to push it harder to hear it snap to make sure it doesn't dry out. So that's just a little FYI for these. If you experience dry out of your shadow stick, it's probably because you didn't close the top all the way. My second one, I would say, is my number 2 shadow stick, and these are in order. Is the NARS, and I do have 2 of the brown shades of this as well. This one in particular is Rebellion. Let me put this next to it so you can see what that looks like. All right, so and this one acts almost, for me, on my eyelids, my oily eyelids, acts pretty much similar to the Fenty Beauty. And the next one that comes up is this Makeup Forever, and this one is in Aqua Resist, and this one acts the same as well. You don't have to really set it. It's drying, you can't move it as much, and it doesn't really matter about the setting spray that I use. It's in black, so it should be easier to see compared to the other two. So that's Fenty, Makeup Forever, and then Fenty, NARS, and then Makeup Forever. Okay, now next up is my Charlotte Tilbury. Now the Charlotte Tilbury, this shade. Now for the next 2, the shade matters because the shade is a different formula. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury, and this shade is in Charmeleon, and it's a green. It's like a dark green with some sort of bronze pigment in it. I hope that's visible. It's green with a darker bronzish type pigment. Now this Charlotte Tilbury, this is number 4, by the way, number 4. It acts the same, but again, the shade matters because I've heard the shades react differently. So for this one, I do find with the Charlotte Tilbury, actually the next couple ones, number 4, 5, 6, if I want them to wear well, I need to set them. Number 4, 5, and 6, if I want them to wear well, I need to set them with a powder. So that's the Charlotte Tilbury, that's number 4. Number 5 is the Laura Mercier, and number 6 is, what's this? This is the Too Faced. We'll get to number 6 in a second. So as far as number 5, 4, 5. Number 5 goes, this is the Laura Mercier, this is the Cocoa. And to be honest, this Cocoa wears the best on me, and it's a brown with a little bit of glitter. It's a brown with a little bit of glitter. It wears the best on me. The other shades in this formula, they slip and slide. I don't know why, they just do. So that's number 5. Number 6, ooh, child, I'm tired. Let me get a little bit more of my iced tea. I'm gonna have to get some more. Number 6 is this Too Faced, and it's in the shade chocolate sprinkles, and it's a straight up bronze shade. Let me show y'all that. It's a straight up bronze. And and you have to set it. You have to set it, and I think I'm going to play around with setting it with a translucent powder next, because I find that when I set it with a color, of course, a colored brown, it changes this bronze look color. These don't so much matter because they don't have shimmer in it, but this one has shimmer in it, and maybe that's why you need to set it. Okay, so that's those are my top 6 shadows. The final ones, and these are in order, so number 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now, okay, I'm going to do these all at the same time. I have Rare Beauty, Laura Mercier in the shimmery formula, Nude Stick, and Ilia. These are in order. And let me swatch these for y'all real quick, and then I'm going to talk. Well, I can talk as I go. So this is the Rare Beauty, and this is in shade Perspective. I think this is in shade Perspective. And the thing about it is that I think that there's something that Rare Beauty uses in their formula that breaks me out. Anytime I use Rare Beauty products, I get like almost cystic breakouts. And so the last time I used this, I got some like red under my eyebrows, and the only difference I used was this. I think I have currently this in one of the face powders. I didn't like the foundation from Rare Beauty. It was way too oily. And I tried a couple other products, but almost every product I've used from Rare Beauty has caused me to break out. The only thing I haven't used is, I think, a lip liner and maybe a lipstick. I haven't used any lip products from Rare Beauty, but I have tried some of the cheek products. And I think I still have one of the cream blushes, and a liquid blush, a little mini one that I got in a trial. I think I still got a small mini liquid and a cream one. And those are okay. I just don't use them back to back. I use them like once every now and then. And my skin is usually okay. I only used this one time and I broke out really bad. So I think that I don't know what, but there's something in this product or some combination of whatever they're using that causes me to break out. But this is a nice color, and you don't have to set it so much, so that's why it's number 7. Next up is the Laura Mercier in the shimmery formula, and I have it in lilac. Now, so you know, I have this Laura Mercier formula in a bunch of different colors. This particular color is in Intense Amethyst, but this is kind of how I discovered that the formulas are different. And this particular formula is not as good as the other one. Now this Nude Stick, I'm about to show this formula in Rustique, or the shade in Rustique, and it feels drier. It feels like it should be long lasting, but it slips and slides, and it pretty much doesn't matter what I use to set it. Setting spray, it doesn't matter, it will move. Now I did just notice that it says it's a luminous eye color, and that's probably why. It doesn't matter what I use, this moves. So, but if I just want a quick base or something, I'll use this, but I don't use it too much. And then finally is the Ilia Shadow Stick. Now I heard a lot of good things about this. This is in Brocade, and let me tell y'all something. Keep your money. Keep your money. Keep your money, because this, it was not worth the hype. And let me pull this up so thank you, because y'all, but just be on the safe side. Okay, so that's my top 10 shadows, and you can see the final one, the Ilia here. The Ilia, the same thing I just said for the nude shadow stick is the same thing I'm gonna say for the Ilia. It doesn't matter what I use with this, what setting powder, what setting spray, it doesn't matter. I need to set it. And in addition to that, with the nude shadow stick and the Ilia shadow stick, I have prepped my eyelid first with like a primer and a little powder, and then use this. Still doesn't cut it. Whereas like the Laura Mercier and the Rare Beauty and the Too Faced, if I prep my lid first, they'll last longer. Now my top 6 eyeshadow sticks will really, it's my top 2, 4, 5. Yeah, my top 5. That's the Fenty, NARS, Makeup Forever, Charlotte Tilbury, and the Cocoa or the Cacao and Laura Mercier. Those will last me an 8-hour day plus, and I don't have to worry about it. Sometimes after the 8 hours, I might have to go in the bathroom and smooth out my eyelid or something, but really it's because it's excess oil, so I can always just take a piece of tissue, dry it, and then smooth it. But honestly, especially with the Fenty, NARS, Makeup Forever, that rarely happens. They can go 8+ hours and be fine. The Charlotte Tilbury and the Laura Mercier, those I will need to tap out after like 8 hours or so. And then the Too Faced, the Rare Beauty, and the other version of the Laura Mercier, if I prep the lid first, they're okay. If I don't, they gone. And then the Nude and the Ilia, it doesn't matter what I do with those. They move everywhere regardless. Now before, I can wipe my arm off. Now I just put these all here, but to give you an idea, I can just go across the bottom of these so you can see them move. And look at that. That gives you a really good idea. You see that? These up here at the front, nowhere. They went nowhere. Whereas the further you go down, look at that. You can see them moving. You can see how quickly the product moved. Like again, the Fenty, the second one is the NARS, the black is the Makeup Forever, the green Charlotte Tilbury, and the Laura Mercier, that first one, the brown one, they all are stuck. And then after you basically get to that Too Faced one, yeah, these are stuck. Once you get to this Too Faced, this is Too Faced, Rare Beauty, this Laura Mercier in the gold is gone. And then you can see this one, the nude and the Ilia also gone. And you can not kind of, you can see it just gradually just is gone. I'm gonna go like this at the top so you can see that it does move for these. It's not as much as this Laura Mercier, but it definitely moves in this middle one. So you can see this Rare Beauty is definitely, you can tell, it's definitely better than the nude and the Ilia. But the reason why, if you're curious why the Too Faced, yeah, the Too Faced is before the Rare Beauty, is because the Too Faced is closer to my skin tone and it just blends better when it moves around. But yeah, these are stuck on and these are gone. And trust me when I say it has nothing to do with the first ones were on there first and the other ones I put on last. It would normally wear that way. And look, I'm trying to get these here up the front ones off. Look, I can't, they don't move. I can barely get it off. Now these here at the back, they're about to be gone. They're gonna disappear quick. That, you see that second Laura Mercier? It goes crazy how quickly it disappears. My eyelid will eat it, okay? Now, I'm cleaning these off because I don't want to get those second ones everywhere because they'll get all over my jacket and my blanket I have right here. But I will say that I'll get the rest of this off later. But I'm like pressing hard to get these off. What's interesting is that Rare Beauty makes like it'll stay. And I think that it does stay a good amount of time. But again, it breaks me out, so that's why it's in the position. And the Ilia, interesting enough, the Ilia leaves kind of like a stain. That's something that I forgot to mention, but because I see it on my arm, I just was reminded of it. The Ilia leaves a stain, so I'm a little concerned with that. That's not normal. So I'm glad that I have it in brown, but I would say just be careful because the Ilia does it. You can wipe your face like 2 days in a row, and on the second day, you can take off your makeup like 2 days in a row, and when you're taking your makeup off on the second day, you're still taking off product from the Ilia. It like not because there's still product there, but there's like a slight stain. I hope that is helpful. It's kind of like a lip stain, but on your eye. It's really weird. I've never experienced that before. Okay. Some honorary mentions. If you happen to have a brush, okay? If you happen to have a brush. Now, the eyeshadow sticks were great. You can pretty much use the eyeshadow sticks, tap out the edges, or use the brush, buff them out, whatever. You know, those are pretty much one and done looks. These 3 products are also one and done looks, but they're long lasting for my oily eyelids. How do I know? Because I have multiple of them, okay? So for 2 of them, the last one I don't. But for the Giorgio Armani, this is in the shade 10, I don't know the number, but this is long lasting, this Giorgio Armani eyeshadow stick. I would totally recommend it if you want something to stay 8, 10, 12 hours, bomb.com. Number 2, the Danessa Myricks, and this is maybe in like number 8 or something. This is in one of her nudes. And I have like, for the Giorgio Armani, I think I have like 3 or 4 of these. For the nudes, I think I have like 15 of them. I have them mostly in all nude shades. I have them in all various brown shades, and then I have like a black, the Cosmic Black, and a burgundy. I do want to get a couple of her nude shades and a couple pastels. So maybe during the Black Friday sale, I'll grab a couple of those because I was gonna say I'll collect a few because I really like the way these fit. They're nice one and done. You can literally put it on, buff it out. If you want to put on like your Urban Decay shadow or something like that, glitter on top, also great. But these work very nice on their own and they're long lasting. These are the Nessa Myers Color Fix. And again, I have them in a ton of the nude shades. I think I have like 15 or so, maybe more. The third thing, which I discovered during the spring 2025 Sephora VIP sale, is this Merit Solo Shadow, and this is in shade Bronze. So it's a brown, and it's a cream, by the way. And this also, you gotta be careful with how you close it, because you gotta hear that click. If you don't hear that click, it's a loud click. It's not closed. And some people complain. I see it in comments about drying out, so that's just a tip. And I am gonna order this, and maybe I think it has like 5 shades. I think I'm ordering I think I want the blue and I want the brown up from this. So I think I'm ordering 2 more shades during the next sale because this is long lasting and it looks nice. So these are my 3 honorary mentions that are not sticks that I totally would recommend. If you have any of these shadow sticks, any of the formulas, or any of my 3 honorary mentions, that's the Merit, the Nessa Myricks, or the Giorgio Armani, please let me know how's it going on your eyelids. Mine are oily, but you know, some people have normal or dry eyelids, and so these products don't work the same way on them. Plus, I pick color variants that are good for my complexion. I am like dark, deep skin complexion. I'm usually like the last shade in the dark category or the first shade of deep. Or if they only have like 3 or 4 shades of deep, dark skin range, I'm usually the first one, just to give you an idea. I always put, like, whenever I'm doing foundation videos, I just put like my foundations, I list them. I do see people doing like foundation twin videos. Maybe I'll get around to doing that. Doing a couple shorts. I'm not sure if I'm able to do that now because again I'm moving, but eventually I do want to go and do like swatches like I've been seeing some people do. I think that's pretty cool. Plus I have quite a few foundations. I don't have as many as I used to have because I got rid of ones that just didn't work for me, but I like the like curated collection I have now. And I've also learned how to work more with like the soft luminous type foundations. I have a couple of those now that I think when I first started off with makeup I couldn't do, but now I know how to work with them. Anyways, tangent. That's all I have to say. If you like any of these shadow sticks or your eyes react the same way, please comment below. If you have a different order on how you wear your eyeshadow sticks, definitely let me know. Thank y'all for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see y'all next time.